place at the right time. So, I invite you, close your eyes, make a wish, tell universe what it is that you want out of the day, out of the week, the month, the year, your life. Take the moment, close your eyes, and we'll feel into it. Take some breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. The deepest breath you have all day. Hold for as long as you can. Exhale, let it all out. Pour it all out. Release your desires onto the world. Let go of anything that feels less than awesome. Hey, you guys, dive in now. We're all here, present in the moment. That's really what we're going to talk about today, is being present in the moment. How to come back in a time when you feel scared, feel triggered, and like going back to that default mode network, that time when we're like out of control and like automatically realize we're our mom or our dad or somebody else, that we're repeating these patterns that were like never served us. Those times where we're like just, feeling so sad or, like we have no control, like life's happening to us, those moments when we just want to be in a little ball and like never move, feel like everything's out of our control, total victim mindset, how do we get out of that? What are some tools? And it's funny because sometimes, I'll say most of the time you guys are coming to me and talking and want to know about psychedelics, especially like magic mushrooms. How is, how can psilocybin help me manage anxiety? How can it help me be more present in the moment? How can it help me, hack these triggers so I can be in more control of myself? How can I be more of myself? And, and sometimes I get questions, how do I do this without any substances? And so, I really want to bring respect to that question, because we all know when we're working with these medicines, especially in entheogens, when we're working with our nutrition, when we're working with our body, we realize that there's more to it than what science can bring to the picture on any level. There's more. It was here before that new religion. There was this understanding that we had, this connection that we had with entheogenic medicines, with our food, with soil, how we ground in, now it's always socks and shoes, and it used to be something that we shared with an animal, preferably one that fed us, one that we were grateful for and prayed for, not at a slaughterhouse, and we never even, never got to enjoy life, was brutally abused and neglected, and so stressed out that now it's that stress that is being consumed by other people. It used to be a grounding practice to work with animals, to be their friends, to understand them, to get the spiritual messages that they share with us in times of synchronicity. Also, to work with them symbiotically as we evolve. And, they really help us. And in some ways we have grown with them. Same with the plants. In some ways we've grown with them. In some ways they've totally exceeded us. And in so many ways animals have exceeded us when it comes to this, life happening to you, that victim mindset. The animals don't have time for that because they're so aligned with what their purpose is. You and I have them too, and it's very important, when we're feeling those times of being triggered, when we're feeling like life is happening to us instead of for us, that we remember that, tune in, look for the synchronicities happening, look for that one thing that you can focus on. For me as a child, it was always the moon, and the moon has always come to me, even now, something I write about in my book, something I've literally built my life around is the moon cycles, the seasonal cycles, nature's cyclical cycles, and my attachment to them. And I really want to empower you guys to do this too. Use what is around you, even if it's just in your mindset, thinking on that one thing, going into a little meditation, coming back to yourself, that thing that you know is always there, always consistent, gives you that foundation, gives you that security. For me, it was always Grandmother Moon, the thing that always came back, and I was raised by a Native American mom. So, while alcohol ran very heavy in our life, so did teachings and stories and beautiful, beautiful stories that I wish I had that talent and skill. I apologize, you guys, and I work with it with my son, trying to be able to do that. But it's a skill that my mom really did have, and her mom had, and many others in my family. And so, that was something that always gave me security, was just visualizing that for myself. There are some other things that you can do, like grounding exercises, actually physically going back to those old times, essentially, when you're running barefoot. You can even do bare feet on animals. If you've got pets in your home, a horse out in the barn or paddock, you can do these kinds of things. Maybe you're in Texas and got a tiger. Cool. Go play barefoot with them. This is very, very grounding. This is going to be that thing when you're feeling in those triggered states that makes you real, brings you back to reality. So have those kinds of things. Remember nature, remember your roots, ground in, earth in, even if it's just through visualization. And this is why it's so important, you guys, that you're doing this in your regular life. That way, the visualization, you not only see it, but you feel it, and it's attached to experience and all these things. So if you end up in one of those situations, say presented with an old trigger or just a fear in general of moving forward, likely because, like Robin Williams said, the things we're scared of the most is what's already happened to us. So we're scared of that happening again, and it puts us into a triggered state. And so working on these exercises every single day in your life, like earthing, like breath work, the pranayama, like watching out for the synchronicities that really do show up. There is obviously a balance to that. You don't want to base your entire life around that. But honestly, looking for them, or not looking for them, I guess. It's more listening to them when they're already there. Accept it. Look it up. Look up, what do those angel numbers mean? Look up, what does this animal mean in spirituality? My stepdad, not into the spirituality stuff. Strong block. I think he had an ex-girlfriend one time that told him he had a mark of a witch or something, and he was like, okay, this is crazy. Big blocks went up on spirituality side things. I don't even know how high they go. But I'll tell you, he does look up these, what do spirit animals actually mean, because they come to him in very profound ways, like wasps and things like that. He's never scared of them. They crawl up his nose, in behind his glasses. He never gets stung. And so I asked him one day, are you actually going to look this up? How many times does this sign have to come before you actually look into it? And it turns out it brought him a lot of wisdom, and he understood why it is that they have that symbiotic relationship. So these are the things that are going to help you heal those areas. These triggers show up for us so that we know what work is ours to do. You don't need the medicine for any of that. It happens in life. What medicine does that's different, working with psychedelics, psilocybin, is that it gets you there faster, right? What would take 10 years in therapy, 20 years living in the real life, if you're, a zombie or whatever, then medicated is what I mean. That's the zombie apocalypse, you guys. So, get out of it. Get out of the matrix. Get back to yourself. You're already doing the work with or without the medicine. The medicine's going to get you there faster. This is what Terence McKenna talked about. Ram Dass obviously showed us that you can get to these states without the use of psychedelics, because he went from a professor at Harvard who drank to working with LSD to bringing the LSD to a guru in India, where he literally traded in his entire life to continue learning from that guru, who at first didn't, give him any extra time. Like, he got no extra credit for being who he was, in the West. There was none of that. Like, he worked for that time and got very little of it. The reason why he did that is because he saw that the LSD didn't affect the guru. The guru already got to those states without it. He said he had already visited those realms. That's why Ram Dass became Ram Dass and started sharing the messages he did, is because he was learning from this experience that he was very passionate about having in his life, something very unique to him. And Terence McKenna spoke the opposite. He said, be your own guru. Go by your own direct experiences. He taught that, meditation is a great tool. You can do it on your own, but psychedelics are going to get you there faster. What's going to take therapy 10 years, 20 years of doing the autobiography in 5 chapters. You guys look that up. That's what we do in life over and over. What could take us 5 years now takes 5 hours. How are you going to ever get to a meditative state if you have never experienced anything like it, or so closed off or conditioned to see the opposite? It's going to take a long time. You're going to fail at practice over and over and over again. But psychedelics allow you to see what the results are, allow you to feel that, and you'll want to do it more and more in your regular life. That's why people are preaching these things. That's why people are turning in their 9-to-5 corporate CEO jobs to be a shaman, in an urban area. It's crazy what's happening right now. I believe it's like the dandelions outside in the grass, It's a sign that the rebellion's there. You can't take out all the weeds, we're spreading, and dominating forces are scared of that. There's more of us than anybody knows. So many people that want to do this work. So just show up the best you can, with the medicine, without the medicine. Just do what feels right for you. It's going to take whatever time it takes for you. Just enjoy the process and believe you're going to progress more and more each day. I love you all so much, and I invite you to join me at noon over on Odysee. I'll post all the links in the description below there. And you can join Coach Tristan over there too at 5 p.m. He's live at 5. And, conversation like this, mostly for me it's like Q&As. For him, he likes doing teachings around, more of the mystic stuff. And I think you guys will really enjoy it. So looking forward to seeing you over there on the decentralized platform. This is just a beta that we're doing with Odysee. Really grateful for the opportunity and really looking forward to seeing you there. I love you all so much. Bye for now.